to the November regular meeting of the HDC. I'm Tim Dowan, I'm the chairman. I'm saying this because we're being videotaped, so I want to make sure we get credit for it on the World Wide Web. Please note this meeting's being recorded. If you're not speaking, please have yourself on mute, except you, Greg, don't touch your mouse, and this will prevent any background noise. Our meeting tonight's broken up into two sections, public hearing and the regular meeting. The public hearing is the opportunity for the applicants to present their application, for the commissioners to ask any questions, or if the application is without representation, we will just have to go by how it's written up. Once the public hearing closes, regular meeting begins. Regular meetings where the commission discusses and votes on applications. Applicants can stay and listen to the regular meeting. All the commission members must stay unless Greg has Greg Johnson has something he has to get to. But at any rate, all applicants are not permitted to speak, provide information regarding their application at that time. It's not required that the applicants stay during the regular meeting. All applicants will receive a written notice regarding the commission's decision the next business day. Thank you all. Any questions? Better not be any from this group. And hearing none. Here we go. We're in the public hearing. We have two COAs on the agenda. One of them is new, and one of them is a holdover from the last meeting where we tabled one of the applicants' applications while we were trying to determine whether they were in the boundary. So I'm gonna start with that one. This is COA 561. This is 5 Town Street, Carrie Artiega. What they were trying to do was alteration. It was new, and the application says vinyl windows. And the question came up again whether this was work that was going to be done within the district. If you remember, the boundary lines as we were looking at them online intersected 5 Town Street. The actual building itself was outside the limit, and most of the lawn was within the limit. I contacted Attorney Driscoll and asked him for his advice. He provided me with the descriptive, how the boundaries were drawn from this property line, this to there, certain points. And it was my, after discussion, I think we came to the conclusion that this fell outside boundary, and this is our applicant for the next COA, so I'm admitting him right now. But the proposed work was to be done in outside of the district, and it was our opinion, I guess, or the opinion was that this would fall outside our jurisdiction. And so since it's tabled and we have to reply within 60 days or at least action this COA, it's my recommendation that just as anyone else puts in a COA that's outside the district, we administratively, I don't know if we cancel the COA number or anything, but we do not have the jurisdiction to vote on this. So that's my, I don't know, maybe I should have waited until after we had gone into regular meeting on that, but I'm going to give you the background on it anyway. She was not here the last time to present this. And again, vinyl replacement windows at 5 Town Street, the building itself. And she did ask what the status was, I think about a week ago. And I told her that we would be actioning it this meeting. So welcome, Charles.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You can hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just trying to figure out how to turn my camera on. Yeah, I'm not the most technologically advanced person.
Okay, we don't have to see you unless you have something you want to present or
Nope.
okay. We certainly have your application here in front of us. Since you're this is the prelim, this is our public hearing. This is our public hearing where the applicants, you get to present your application and all supporting information that you want to add to this. After when we are able to discuss with you and ask questions with commission members. And then after the public hearing ends, we jump into the regular meeting and we take action on those COAs. At that point, though, all discussion, you've said your piece and you're not able to add to your application. So make sure you say whatever you have to say at the beginning of this in your public hearing part of this. Yeah, you don't have to stay around for the regular meeting. I will get back in touch with you on any of the action that we take when we discuss that in the regular. Doesn't work against you or not, whether you're here, but you're more than welcome to stay. And then you'll be notified the next business day.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so we are working through the COAs and you came in at a very good time here. Next on our list is COA 564. This is for 100 Town Street. It's M&M Care Realty, the Johnson Home, and on the application is a emergency backup generator. So representing Charles Carroll, I'm going to open the floor to you to make your pitch.
Well, I guess M&M, when they took over the building, this is my understanding, I guess it was under state receivership or something like that. And one of the requirements is, I guess, for the application that the building's going to be put in, they need a backup generator. And it's mostly to operate the elevator and to keep all their refrigerators and freezers, operable. So we just opted to back the amount of work that's involved. Backfeeding the whole building with a generator, one generator is gonna be a lot easier than putting a small generator in and breaking out circuits. A lot easier. So that's basically in a nutshell. They wanted to put it back. You see on the drawing right there, there's actually an existing concrete pad. Looks like there used to be some sort of shed or something there years ago. The pad's thick enough. So I said, well, we can put it on that if you want. It's within all the setbacks and everything. If they'll let us put it there, we can put it there. That's basically where we're at right now. So we're hoping we can get it approved. I sent you pictures of what the generator will look like, the spec sheets and everything. And it will be painted white. It won't be gray. It will be white. And if anybody has any other questions, that's what I'm here to answer.
The generator itself comes in white, not gray. You're not painting it yourself or some other structure around it. It's just
Nope.
white.
That's how it comes from the factory is white. I can order it white or I can order it gray.
Gotcha. All right, I open the floor to any commission members that have questions.
There's one thing I will say right now, the generator enclosure is aluminum, has all stainless steel hardware on it, so the odds of it rusting is slim to none.
Okay.
I have a question about how visible is this from the street level?
If you on the drawings that I put there, that's there. It is visible from West Town Street. If you're looking at the building on the right-hand side of the building on West Town Street, you can see it. You'll be able to see it directly from West Town Street. From Town Street, you won't be able to. Because the way the hill goes down and everything, you're not going to be able to see it from Town Street. So you won't see it from the front of the building, but you'll see it from the side of the building.
My question too, Charles, is how tall is that generator? It looks fairly tall in the picture.
No, that generator right there, that enclosure, that's a level 1 enclosure. So it's super quiet. It's maybe 5 feet tall. It's not overly huge.
Yes, a lot of times in cases like this where it is visible, we've asked for some like screening shrubs or something to block that from view of the road. Is that in the plan at all?
No, it's not in the plan because the shrubs have to maintain a distance of 5 feet away. So when you put the shrubs up, you have to plan on when they grow. And so the shrubs would have to be quite a distance away from the generator, because the generator is not a fire rated enclosure. Those enclosures are not fire rated. So anything that can combust has to be a minimum of 5 feet away.
Well, certainly in the 5 feet away, even if there's something planted 10 feet away that's going to expand less than 5 feet.
I agree.
That would offer some sort of for that.
I agree there. I'm not against that.
Are you willing to add that as an amendment to say that you would be blocking view from a public way?
I will talk to the owner about that, but honestly, I don't think that'd be a breaking point. You know, to add some type of shrubbery. I'm not a landscape guy, so I don't know what to add there, but I can see it in my head what I would add, but I just don't know what they call it. Adding a couple of those to kind of, as they grow, it'll block it, you know?
That would be helpful, Charles, because that's in line with how we would approve these specific generators. We have no issue with having the generator go in. We just ask that they install something probably a little bit more than 5 feet, so there's enough there's enough leeway and enough wiggle room.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I don't think the owner would have any qualms at all about doing that, and I don't have any qualms about doing it either, because I understand your point. You know, it is a historic district, and well, they didn't have these things back when that building was built. So I don't think there'd be any issues putting some sort of shrubbery around it to make it look good.
Okay. Other questions? Underground wiring from that generator to the building, I'm assuming it'll probably go along into the back of the house somewhere, into the basement, into where?
Well, basically, I believe I have on a drawing here the route we would take for the underground wiring. It'll actually come up on the outside of the building, where the transfer switch is going to go. Is on the outside of the building. There's just no room inside to maintain all the setbacks. So it is going to be on the outside of the building. The pipes will come up out of the ground. It's only going to be 2 pipes, one for power, one for controls, and they will be in PVC nature. What we were thinking about doing, instead of having gray pipe come up out of the ground, is once they come up out of the ground, we can paint them pipes white to match the building, which that's nothing out of the ordinary in cases like this.
That pipe.
That sounds good.
Would those come up behind? I'm looking just at the one picture I have in front of me here, where it shows 130 feet toward the building. Would it be in that L section where it would be blocked from public view?
No.
That would come up.
Hang on. Let me pull the pictures up here. I'm in my office, so give me a couple of minutes here.
Then if it's behind the one out thing where the 1 foot line goes, distance line goes in, I would think that's kind of blocked away from the West Town Street.
Yeah, going through the building is not going to be an option. I'm going to tell you that right now, because we don't have the headroom in the basement to do it.
No. I'm just saying where whatever conduits or anything, again, that would be the same as the generator, anything that was visible. I'm just trying to figure out where it was visible. I'm not sure where the position is on that.
Okay, I'm pulling up the picture right now, so I can explain this a little bit better. Here it is. Okay, so if you see, I have a picture there that shows location of new service riser and automatic transfer switch. Do you have that picture? Because there was 3 pictures submitted with the application.
All right, I apologize. I don't have it. I've got the one which just has the setbacks of 86 feet, 130 feet, 45 feet, 11 feet, whatever. So
Yep.
I can see the position.
Does he mean in the catalog?
Yeah, where is the other picture? I'm not sure I remember seeing a second picture.
I know I submitted them. I submitted 3 pictures with the application and the setbacks.
All right, if
Is
I,
the application, the one picture, and then the flyer on the generator.
Okay.
so if you looked at that first picture, which shows again the position of the where the generator's location is.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Yeah, okay. All right,
Now-
so go ahead.
Can you point to where in the building, the main building, that conduit's gonna be located?
Okay, you see the line that says 130 feet?
Yeah,
You see where the L is in the building right there that's facing Town Street?
correct?
That's where it's gonna be, right there. So you will see that from Town Street, because it's gonna become part of the new electrical service going on in the building. And that's the location that was picked to maintain all the setbacks, all the clearances that you have to maintain today.
Yeah.
So there will be, 2 PVC pipes coming up out of the ground into the meter socket and transfer switch that'll be on that side of the building.
So they'll go around that jog in the building and then work its way toward the side building or the one that's the little small part that's facing Town Street.
No, not the small part that's facing Town Street, the part of the building that would be perpendicular with West Town Street. Parallel with West Town Street.
So you'd see it from Town Street, two conduits coming up. What's
Right.
Okay.
Right, it's going to be right next to the fire department sprinkler connection. Again, that picture actually showed that, but obviously they didn't come over for some reason. I can resend them pictures so you get a better idea, but it's all going to be contained in one spot. So
And there's already conduit, there's already connections at that location where this.
correct, that's where the fire department connection is. There's already mechanicals on that side of the building. And so we're going to keep everything in one spot on that side of the building.
I'm looking at it from the Google Street View. I can see where you're referencing, Charles.
Oh, I didn't even think about doing that. See, I told you I'm not technologically advanced.
Yeah, I can see where that sprinkler connection is and all that too. See, I see it.
Yeah, so that's where the meter socket and the transfer switch will be going, right there.
Yep.
Does anyone else? All right, please hold. That was probably we're in a different room. Does anyone feel they need to see where that is, or do they understand where that connection is going to be?
I think so.
I can
Well-
share my screen, Tim.
Yeah,
I was looking
why
at
don't-
that same Google Maps thing. Is that the FDC where it says FDC there?
Yep.
Okay.
And do I have to do anything to let you share?
No,
Name or-
I think I can do this just like I did last time.
All right.
There we go.
I'm gonna pull it up here. Google Maps, where the hell is that? I know I got it on here. I got Google Earth.
All right. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Yep.
So right where where the fire department connection is, right there.
Yeah, right here.
Nope, move closer to the street, between the corner of the building and the window, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where everything's gonna go, is right there. Right there. See where it says FDC?
Yep.
It's gonna go just to the right of that.
Okay.
Are there any statutes or mandates that say you need a generator there, or this is a nice to
No,
have?
that's where the transfer switch and the meter socket's going. Because the
Right.
service is getting changed on the building because it's shot. It's shot.
I bet it is.
There's actually 2 services on that building. One is single phase, one is 3-phase.
Oh,
And
wow.
they have to be combined into one. You can't hit the building. You can't hit a building with the same voltage twice.
Yeah.
So
Is
it's
there
all
a-
getting combined into one.
Any conduits that are going to be removed or
There's gonna be 2 conduits on the front of the building that are part of the existing services now. Those will be coming down.
will be removed? Okay.
Those are, directly, you can see them right there on Google on the picture that he has. One of the pipes is just to the left of the air conditioner, if you see it. The bigger of the
Yep.
2 pipes.
Yep.
And the other pipe that are coming down, the gray box is just to the right of it. There's a pipe right there. That one will be coming down.
It's the bigger pipe to the left of the air conditioner in the window?
Yeah,
Or the
that'll be
small-
coming down. That'll be coming down.
bigger pipe, and then to the gray box. Dane, if you just shift over and to the gray box, the white pipe that's coming down from that.
That'll be coming down as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay. Can I
All
stop sharing? Do we have any more questions on that?
Thank you for taking that, Sharon. All right. No more, I didn't hear any questions there. Anyone else have any questions for Charles?
No more from me.
None for me.
All right, and from what I heard, conduits going where there's existing conduits leaving from public view, and applicants very likely to add some cover to hide the generator from West Street. So, Charles, anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, as the pipes are gonna be putting on the side of the building where I said it's gonna go, you know, they will be gray, but if you guys want, we can paint them white. It's not a big deal.
I think even though there is that one box that's gray, I think we would prefer that they be blended in, painted.
We can do that. That's not a problem. That's not
That's
that's not an unreasonable request.
Yeah, unless anyone else has a heartburn with that.
Nope.
I think I'm speaking for us. All right. All right. Hearing no other questions, I'm going to close the public hearing. It's 5:54, and I'm going to open up the regular meeting. Charles, you're more than welcome to stay, or as noted, we'll be discussing this and voting on it, and you'll hear from me tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, peoples.
Thank you, Charles.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. First action is action on the COAs.
What the heck is it?
I'm going to take this in the order that we had them. So we have COA 561. I'll entertain a motion on COA. I guess do we entertain a motion if it's not really a valid COA?
I would defer to Regan, as that's beyond my understanding.
Regan, you're on mute.
I know, and I might be in a dead zone too. We don't need to, if it's not in the district, we don't need to vote on it.
Okay, all right. So as I stated before, the consensus was it's not in the district. I'm going to send Miss Artiega a note along that line, and I think it will still show up in our write-up, because I think I had to tell in our voting or what we actioned for before we tabled it. So just so city officials know that we've taken some sort of final action on this.
So just to clarify, Tim, and I apologize for missing the meeting where this was discussed in depth, but Michael Driscoll says that the structure is not in the district. As I know, in the past, we've had applications from 5 Town Street. Like, I think they redid their fence many years ago. But
Yes, they did.
yeah, so that's the only reason why I'm pausing about saying it's not in the district, because I know we've done COAs with them in the past. So I just wanted to clarify that Michael Driscoll analyzed the boundaries and determined that it was within the boundary of the district.
He provided boundaries. I don't know if he went out and walked them necessarily, and I went through those, and to the best of my knowledge, we came up with the boundary being the structure itself was outside.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't know where the fence was necessarily. If it was along, there could have been a fence there, and it could have been obviously within the district, because if it went down Washington Street Extension, or is that?
No, the fence would have been like right in front of the property, like on Town Street.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if some of that would have crossed into it, but to the best of my knowledge here, or whatever, that the structure itself was outside. So So,
There was
Okay.
probably an assumption made on the part of the previous owners that because it's an old building and surrounding properties are within the district, that that one would probably be in it as well. And so that's why they would send in a COA as a part of the process and procedure. But Michael Driscoll has determined that the property itself is not in those boundaries.
right, so we will go with that. If they ever decided to put something on that property or whatever that fell within, obviously, then that his opinion was that, yeah, that would be under our jurisdiction. So, all right. So we're not entered. I don't need a act or a motion on that one. We'll move on to COA 564, and I'll entertain a motion on 564, 100 Town Street.
I move that we accept the application as presented.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, action, motion by Greg Johnson and seconded by Nancy. Discussion.
I think it's fine as long as he puts the screening in like he agreed to do.
And I can add that to the stipulation on the, I would say that's as presented. So I will, put that in the write-up that we stipulate that there would be some sort of.
Just that there is an addendum saying that there is some type of shrubbery screening to conceal the generator and painting the exterior piping white. And that's it.
Correct. All right. Any other discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none. I'll take a roll call here. Nancy,
Aye.
Dane,
Yes.
Greg J,
Aye.
Greg Farlow. You're on mute.
Aye.
And Regan,
Aye.
and I say aye. COA 564 passes. All right. We move on to approval of the minutes of the October meeting. Hopefully everyone had a chance to review them. I'll entertain a motion on the approval of the minutes.
I move
Tim.
to accept the minutes.
Motion by Dane, a second.
I need to punch out at this point, Tim, so
All right, so Greg Johnson is leaving at 6, as he noted earlier. So thanks for connecting in, and you can
be here
read
for the vote.
all right, you'll read the next minutes here to see what you missed.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Tim.
All righty.
Okay.
Do I have a second for Dane's motion?
I'll second it.
Second by Nancy. Anyone have any updates they wanted to add to that?
I think it's fine with the additions we've made. Additional stipulations, I guess you call them.
Oh, this is for the meeting minutes.
Oh, sorry. Well, no,
Yeah,
very detailed, but I think they're good.
excellent. All right. Hearing none, I'll take a roll call on this. Nancy,
Aye.
Greg Farlow,
Aye.
Dane,
Aye.
Egan.
So moved.
Sorry, I'm gonna abstain because I will be honest, I wasn't able to attend the meeting and haven't read the minutes at this moment, so I apologize. So I'm gonna abstain.
Noted. All right, don't try to read them right now. And I will say aye. So meeting minutes passed. Please do your magic and minus the draft watermark and pass that on. All right. Here is our chairman's report. What do I have? our budget request, I submitted that today to Deanna for the planning and building, whatever committee or whatever department she is in. She must pass that on. She needed this by, I believe, first couple of weeks in December. So I used Regan, your format, just like I used before. And even though it didn't come from Solomon and whatever, I kind of worked that in and pass that along. Our budget showed an increase of, I think, 2.9%, adding most of that, I think, was added for our legal notifications. I looked at the last bill, even though I think we had it down to $89 or $87, somehow it snuck up now to 117. So I budgeted for 12 meetings, legal notices, and one special. So it gives us a little bit of a play in case the rates go up. And I added for the stipend for Catherine. And then what I did was, since we hadn't done the plaques, I took away $100 from that. So it kind of made it a little bit consistent with what we've submitted before. I haven't heard back from her. Obviously, she hadn't had that much time to look at it. And hopefully we've done our due diligence. I think she must take that and put it into her, vet it and put it into her overall proposal. So, so that's where we stand on that. Check the box. And we're good there. And then for any old business, I didn't have any old business other than taking care of that COA 561. So, oh, and I'm sorry. And then for new business, we do have, well, there will be, no, I'm sorry. We do have an opening, I believe, on the commission. And Megan Campbell has submitted her application. She apparently missed one of the interviews. And so I've talked with Sheila Hayes, and I believe she should be on the next agenda for their interviews. Hopefully that'll go a little bit smoother, and she can get confirmed. And Phil, I believe that would fill Jake Stahl's position. And then I believe she had noted a couple other people and had invited them to put their application in. One of them being Carrie Booth from the old Lothorpe Manor.
I think that was Tyler Booth, Tim.
Tyler and can't remember. Yeah, I'll take your word.
He was the one who had applied, so I was curious on the status of his application.
Yeah, so I have not heard anything more from that. Not that they were telling me anything anyway. When I went to the mayor's admin, she was surprised about Megan and thought Megan had blown off and wasn't interested anymore. And I discussed it with her, and she certainly still is interested. So I had put in another, like I said, a call to an email to Sheila to make sure that she's not knocked off that list. So, but we hopefully will have additional applications, because as noted, I have one more meeting scheduled in December, and then I'm off to, I don't know if bigger and better things, but
Neverland.
my
Tim?
commission. Yes.
Can you, if you're gonna be talking with Sheila or Bonnie, can we get I want to make sure that Tyler's application was received and that he could fill a spot if we have another vacancy. So can you follow up with them?
I will. I'll put that on as my action item, and either one of those, Bonnie or Tyler Bonnie or Sheila should have an idea of where they stand in that. So, Regan, I don't know if they ever touched base with you, if anyone had an application, but they certainly didn't touch base with me even when they scheduled Megan's. So,
No, I had to follow up with Bonnie quite a bit to make sure interviews were
Okay.
scheduled and applications were received.
All right. So I will do that. I'll take that as an action item and find out Tyler's status anyway, and we'll see. Hopefully, we get that fast tracked. That said, again, if anyone here is interested in taking over the reins, I don't leave. I'm not leaving the area until it's February 1st, or probably the last week of January. So I will still probably be around, even though I won't be a commission member then. So if anyone was taking over the reins, I'd obviously be able to help ease that transition. And the thought came to me because I know a lot of you guys are very, very busy, and I don't know if these other members get fast tracked, whether, and I'll use the analogy of, hey, you're the new guy, you've got to bring donuts to the meeting, as, hey, you're the new guy, you're the new chairman. But so I'm gonna let you think about that, whatever, if Megan or Tyler or whomever come in. I don't know how anyone feels about this, but there's gonna be someone that's gonna kind of run the show here a little bit. Catherine can't do it all herself.
I'm not actually on the board,
Oh,
so,
we consider you
yeah, no, just if you don't have someone, I would just ask that you reach out to the secretary, because I don't know how to proceed with the meetings if there's
Okay.
not a chairperson.
all right, we'll do that. So I'm gonna mention that again. If anyone comes and says, hey, you know what, on second thought, I'd like to be chairman. It seems like that position is open, so I'm willing to go with that, but otherwise,
Tim, I would
Yes.
say Megan and Tyler should not be chairman, because if they're brand new, I would encourage that not to be the case. And I know technically I'm vice chairman, but with my work schedule, there is no way that I can take over the reins again. So unfortunately, I won't be able to fill that role at this point. But I would strongly recommend Megan and Tyler not be chairman, in the sense of they've never been on the commission before, so.
exactly. I think the only thing that would work in their favor is that they've been through, they're in the neighborhood, and they've been through an application, but I agree, it's kind of a big ask on something like that. And but at any rate, and it could be an interim thing. But as Catherine's noting, if I have to, I'll mention that too. Who do I mention it to, Bonnie? Or
I don't actually know who Bonnie is. I deal
Uh,
with Jackie Barbarossa, the.
I'll
city
mention it to
manager's
Jackie
secretary.
Barbarossa and see where we go. I think actually, I may have asked something about that to say if there's no one there. I don't know if someone from her office or someone comes and sits.
Bonnie is the mayor's secretary, Catherine, just so you know.
Sorry, yeah, so it would be Jackie. I'll touch base on that, so I've got 2 action items. All right. Does anyone else have it?
No,
Greg Barlow, you were about to say something?
no, I just thought you were going to close the meeting.
No, I can't close the meeting because I haven't told you that the next meeting date is
Oh, okay.
December.
The what,
And-
Ken?
All right, December 18th. I propose that we do this as a hybrid meeting, Zoom and in person. Does anyone have any issues with that? Hearing none, it will be a hybrid meeting, December 18th. All right. Last nickels for anyone? Hearing none, I'll take a motion for adjournment. Oh, Dane, did you raise your hand? Sorry.
Nope, I didn't, sorry.
Okay. Greg is raising his hand now and he's off mute. What's up, Greg?
For German, is that what you were looking for?
I'm taking a motion for adjournment and Greg Farlow is making that motion. Is that what the hand meant?
Yes, it was.
All right, second.
This is Regan, I'll second.
Regan, second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed. All right, passes. Our meeting adjourned at 6:13.